everybody, this is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports, coming to you with another WWE DVD review. And this time, WWE put out the top 25 rivalries in wrestling history. And gotta tell you, it's a really great DVD. I love the countdown. I'll show you the inside cover here. And I love the countdown. You know, it's really cool because in each rivalry they have one person who kind of, you know, either was a fan of the rivalry or was somewhat involved with the rivalry, give their perspective. And it's just really cool to see that because like for example, I'm not going to give the order, but for example, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle was one of the rivalries, and they had Bret Hart talk about the rivalry because, you know, Brock and Kurt were really great technical wrestlers, and obviously Bret Hart is the greatest technical wrestler of all time. Very great DVD because I'm just going to mention the non-WWE rivalries that are in here because I want you guys to know that this went just beyond WWE. The non-WWE rivalries include Taz versus Sabu, Vern Gagne versus Nick Bockwinkel, Tommy Dreamer and Raven. Let me look here. Tully Blanchard versus Magnum TA. Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair. Devon Eriks versus the Fabulous Freebirds. And Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat. Now, there are a couple of rivalries that are not on here. I was kind of disappointed not to see them on here. Number one, I would have to say Sting versus Ric Flair. Not being on there was kind of a disappointment. Mankind versus The Rock was not on here. Sting versus the NWO. Because you figure that rivalry went on for over a year in WCW. Even though it wasn't a big rivalry, their matches, anytime they had a match, they were really great. I really thought Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart should have been on there, just based on their series of matches in WWE and WCW. But I mean, like I said, there was really never a story there. But you know, like I said, the Sting versus Flair one really stands out to me for not being on there, and then obviously Mankind versus The Rock. So yeah, those are just a few that are not on this DVD. But like I said, I mean, it's hard. I mean, there's been so many great rivalries. And by the way, I just forgot about one of the non-WWE rivalries that was on here while I was just looking at this. The other non-WWE rivalry was Bruiser Brody versus Abdul the Butcher. So, for some reason I didn't read that. But in terms of matches, I'll just go through the matches on here just to give you an indication of what kind of matches are on here. Like I said, I'm not going to give you the countdown because that's just not fair, because I'm sure people want to watch it. On the first set of matches, we have Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper from the War to Settle the Score. Tully Blanchard versus Magnum TA, Starrcade 1985. Bruiser Brody versus Abdul the Butcher from World Class Championship Wrestling, July of 1987. Kerry and Kevin Von Erich versus Terry Gordy and Buddy Roberts. Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage versus the $1 Million Man and Andre the Giant. Undertaker versus Mankind, their first pay-per-view meeting. And on this third disc, Taz versus Sabu, Tommy Dreamer versus Raven, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince and Shane McMahon, Triple H versus The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock, Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, and John Cena versus Edge. So, very, very great quality matches. A lot of these matches aren't on any of the other, DVD compilations that they come out with. So, it's really, really cool to see this DVD kind of come ahead. Like I said, a lot of great insight into what the rivalries were all about back then. And if you're a fan of old school wrestling, definitely one to pick up. Actually, if you're a fan of wrestling in general, it's actually almost kind of a great history lesson, because it has rivalries all the way dating back from the 70s until present day. And I think that's really cool. And I really applaud WWE on the presentation of this, DVD compilation and the countdown and the concept of it. So, like I said, if you're a fan of rivalries in general, good DVD. It's a good history lesson. It gives you many in-depth insights to the rivalries themselves, the personalities involved, and it will be a fun DVD to watch if you pick it up. So again, WWE top 25 rivalries in wrestling history, 3-disc set. Buy today. Let me know what you think if you've watched it already. And hope you guys enjoy. Again, this is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports. Even under the weather, I'm still your source for all things sports. And again, as always, controversy doesn't come without criticism. Hey guys, and keep on kicking. Take care and God bless.